to America's Home Cooking. This is Come Cook With Me. I let you know yesterday somebody asked me to show them how to make bread. I'm going to show now. This is the first bread recipe that I ever learned, and it was known at the time as French bread. Okay, it makes excellent garlic bread. Okay, and if you cut it real thin, it's also great to put, I use it with deviled ham like that. And spreads you can put on it. You just cut it thin and dry it or toast it, whichever way you want to. It's very good. Cut it at a 45-degree angle and you get some really big slices. All right, now yeast is very important that you know how to work with this. I'm going to repeat some things I've repeated 101 times, if not 1,000 times, if one time, as my mother used to say. Number one, check the dates on the yeast that you buy. Do not put them in a cabinet. Do not put it in the freezer. Put it in the refrigerator next to the butter compartment. It's just the right temperature. Now, before you use it, read those bottles. Make sure you get the date and you use it before that time because it is live. Though it's dehydrated, as soon as you add liquid to it, it's going to go. Now, I've made a sourdough culture and dehydrate. I don't know how long it's going to last, but people say it could last up to 5 years. I'm only up to 2 years, so I'm going to see if it lasts 5 years. If it doesn't, well, I'll throw it out and then let you know. This one is still good until 37. That's not a 2. It couldn't possibly be a 2. No, 27, my mistake. So I have until 27, and I bought this last year. All right, so this is we're gonna use this. I'm trying to make this kind of yeast. I'm not sure. I'm still working on it. It's starting to bubble up here, you see, so I think I'm getting there. I'm going to open it and see what it smells like. It has a smell of apples still, but the apple smell is a little musty, so I think I'm getting in the right direction. I guess because it's winter, it's taking longer. All right, now, why did I open this? We're not ready for this. Now you need 1 3/4 cups of cold water. Now I'm going to repeat this again. Do not use hot water. Good morning, Jacob. Do not use, I'm going to add some more water to this. Hot water with cold water from the faucet. Using hot water from the faucet, you get the sediments from the heating unit you have, and then gets into your system, and then you're going to end up with liver problems. So you need 1 3/4 cup cold water. We're going to heat this up. Now this is where it gets complicated for a lot of women doing this because they're always overheating it, and they kill their yeast, and then they say, I can't make bread. So we're going to be very careful with this. And I'll show you if you overheat it, what you can do. Now you want to heat this water up just to your body temperature. And you'll know right here on your wrist. You take a little bit and you put it right there. But I'm going to overheat mine just to show you how you can correct that if that happens. Very easy. It's a 1, 2, 3 step instead of starting all over again. Okay, so let me bring this up to a nice hot heat to show you. So see, if it's cold, it won't activate. If it's too hot, you kill it. Good morning, Pedro. Sir? Hi. Well, good morning. Anyway, so this is what we're going to do. All right, let me go ahead. You need a ceramic bowl. They're the best. Hi, Pedro. A ceramic bowl is a glazed clay bowl, very heavy. They hold heat, always, Robin. This is why we use these bowls. I've used metal, glass, and everything, and the only one that really keeps the yeast warm enough to where it can rise. I cook early in the morning because my family leaves at different hours, so I have to cook dinner early in the morning so everybody gets it. Hi, Stephen. So I use these heavy bowls and they're good. We're going to need 2 packages of yeast. Now, if you're not using packages, it will be 4.5 teaspoons if you're using a jar. Okay, let's see. Oh, that water is perfectly, but I'm going to overheat it to show you that if you overheat it, you don't have to start over. You can just work it. Commander Appel? Okay. Hi, and good morning to everybody. Stephen, Mickey. Okay. So, ouch. Okay. Got my water. All right. Now, I know this water is too hot, but to test it, you sit there and you put a little on your wrist. If it's a bit too warm, what you do is you pour a little water out, pour out 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to add cold water, stir it around, and it should be just body temperature. And that's how I do it if I overheat it. I get a spoon, stir it around to make sure it's the right temperature. This is for people who really forget they leave the water on. Put it on your wrist. That feels very nice. So my yeast can handle this now. So I don't have to worry about it. If I ever had to worry about yeast, I'd be shocked. But I have to go through these steps to show you because this is how you learn. Okay, Matt. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to stir this around. Now, they tell you to proof. When they tell you to proof, okay, when you proof, they're waiting for it to foam up on the top. All right. Now we wait for this. This is going to take about 5 or 10 minutes. I usually don't wait, but I'll wait for you. I'm going through the steps that I normally bypass because I make so much bread. I'm pretty, like my mother said, you were born to make bread, girl. All right. So we've got 5 minutes, and then we're going to sit there and see what this does. You can cover it up and let it be privately multiplying. We're making French bread today. Rez Skinwalker. Okay. Oh, country buffet. Mathis. Okay. So this is what we're waiting for right now. We're going to wait for this for the 5 minutes. We're going to give it to be private. And then what we'll do is we'll add everything, and then I'll show you the proper way to knead, and we'll get all this going. Okay, throttle. Joe. I used to watch the Andy Griffith Show. My parents did. No, my father was a hunter. I didn't see animals like that. So Skinwalker, no. I don't. The only animal I saw foam was our Siamese cat, and the police had to come and shoot him because it attacked my father, my mother, and they had the ambulance doctoring them up. Good morning, all of you. Mark, I agree. Oh yeah, mine's just starting the early stages of it. Okay. Wait. I went hunting with my father. He sat there and would leave me in the blind, and the deers would come to see me, and he'd sit in the car. If he left me in the car, the deers came to the car wherever I was because I was always feeding them, and they love apples. This I was a regular size Siamese cat, and what happened was my mother just pushed him to the side because she went to close the front door, and he lost it, and he jumped and he bit and dug in. She lost a nerve feeling in one of her hands. Some of her fingers she couldn't feel, and my father tore his hands up just to get him because we were all little and we were in the living room when this happened. They were trying, and the cat was attacking everybody, and we screamed and we took off running as small children. And they took, my cat's name was Coco, and Coco was thrown into my father finally got him off my mother, and he attacked him, and he threw him out into the garage because the garage was closed up at the back door and the garage door were closed, and we couldn't shoot the cat. We didn't want them to shoot the cat, and the cat was attacking the door to the because the garage was hooked up to the house with the back door. He was tearing the back door up. He had whatever went off up here. He was in attack mode, and the ambulance came. I know the sheriff came because he was our neighbor, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses down. And he came, and they couldn't even get near the cat. Nobody could get near the cat. The cat did not calm down at all. He was in total mode, and the sheriff had to shoot him. And we lost Coco. But my family, my parents, really, their arms, they registered. You could see the cuts and all. Houston, I've been to Houston more than once. Uh, I had two brothers. Okay, it's foamed. Mine is alive right there. That's what it looks like. You see that foam on it? The yeast is alive. Of course, I knew it was, but I have to go through the steps to show you. We're going to add salt to this. You need 2 teaspoons of salt. This was the first bread recipe I ever made. And believe you me, it did not come out that well the first time. And we're going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm going to use corn oil. You can use any kind of oil you want. I just am using corn oil today. Just as simple as that. I'm not going to be adding any nutrition to this or anything. I'm just going to make it the way it is so you can learn. Okay, those are all the ingredients. We added 1 3/4 cup warm water. 2 yeast packages are 4.5 teaspoons if you buy it by the jar. 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of oil. We're going to now work with the flour. Okay. First thing we're going to do is just add 1 cup. Make sure when you level, it's level. You don't want it above it or below it. You can see these are dry measurers. If you use a liquid, you'll sit there, and I know you will do this. I've seen people do it. You'll add the flour into a liquid and shake. As you shake, you're adding more flour and you're packing it so your bread is going to be heavier. Anything. This is why they have liquid and dry measurers. All right, hold on. Please show love to meadow, fat parts. All right. Believe you me, alligators are not my thing. But animals are beautiful. You're going to add another cup. We're going to stir this. Don't worry, we'll get to the kneading part. Just make sure that you measure right. The more you beat this and the more you knead this. That's why they say 15 minutes. The better your bread is going to be. Well, thank you for telling me that, Eric. No. Elect, okay. Good morning, Vicki. So see, we've added 2 cups. See how nice it's coming out? We're going to add another cup. Remember, this is all-purpose flour we're using, which is a blend of cake flour and bread flour. I have the proper ratio, too. I wrote it down. I researched and got it. Now we're going to add a 1/2 cup. Believe me, we're going to have to. Okay. All right. 3 1/2. Let me get some more flour. Okay, I'll add the rest after. We're going to add a 1/2 cup to the counter. Good morning, Isaiah, Eric, Grace. All right, so we're going to add a 1/2 cup here. Add a cup. Add another 1/2 cup. These are the secrets I'm giving you to making bread that you should be able to do. Do not get disappointed on your first loaf. As you learn to read it and all, I wouldn't recommend using whole grains till you get a little more comfortable. But I will make breads, and I'll show you how you can make them nutritious until you get more comfortable with working with breads, and then we'll sit there and really get into breads. But this one we're not adding anything to. We're going to make it just like the recipe says, so you have an idea. Now, I want you to take your bowl and get hot, very hot water in it and let it set while we're going to be kneading this bread, because this bowl we're going to go back to, but we need it nice and warm so we can sit there and get the yeast comfortable, because we're going to, as they say, put it to bed. Okay, that's what we're doing. This water is not hot. I tell you, because it's cold, it makes it very difficult to get hot water right away. Okay, it's hot now. Now you're going to fold it in like this. Okay, first, before we start kneading, we're going to fold this in. All right? Now, to me, the art of kneading Hi, Eric. Grace. All right, that bowl's sitting in hot water. What you do is you're going to take both sides, come in, make a quarter turn. You'll just have to watch me do this. You do a quarter turn while you're doing it, and you press in and away from you. It's a quarter turn and press. You don't have to press hard right now because it's very liquidy and soft. But don't worry. As it gets the flour, it'll get more firm. Let's see, I've added. So it's a quarter turn, press away. It's not pressed down. You're pressing it away from you. So it's in a motion like this that you're doing. Bring your flour back in, because it's going to go everywhere. It's a quarter turn and press. They like you doing this approximately 15 minutes. And we're not even done adding the flour yet. As you do this motion and add the flour, it'll start picking it up and incorporating it. And this is what the yeast loves, is to be handled. I have some recipes that throw it on the table. And I told you that story. My husband was asleep. He thought I was angry. So it's quarter turn, roll over, press away. Quarter turn, press in and away. And that's the whole action of this whole thing. Now I have a recipe for Kaiser rolls, which I have not made as of yet, which I look forward to. Chillin', good morning. We're going to keep this kneading up because we still have another half a cup of flour. Oh, you made some butter. Yeah, I love homemade butter. I don't want to burn my mixer out. Some people use a food processor to do it, but I'm just afraid I'm just going to burn mine out. But the way I'm getting so much water in the butter, I'm not happy with it. You see how it's coming together? Very nicely. And we still have another half a cup of flour to work in. I know sometimes you see me use my fist, sometimes you see me use my palm pressing down. As long as it's pressed down and pushed away, it works. No, I'm not going to add any. I know it needs more flour, but I'm going to sit there and bring it to the point where you can tell that you need more flour. This is for everybody who wants to learn how to make bread. And from this, I have learned so much from bread. Oh, okay. Yeah. I do because I can run around and do other things while it's rising. Sourdough is great too because you don't have to do as much with it. So you can see I'm changing my hand. Just as long as I get it done, that's all. You see? See how that looks? It needs more flour. And as you knead it, you'll notice that it's starting to stick here instead of staying together. So this is why we're going to add another half a cup. You never feed the bread all of the flour at once, because if it's a damp day, you'll notice you take a little more, and when it's a dry day, you take a little less. The yeast responds accordingly. Good morning, chilling. So we'll finish working this in. And if it doesn't take any more, and I have some on the counter, I'll take it and I'll put it in my jar to coat meat and stuff when I'm cooking. So this is how it's done. I'm sure a lot of women already know how to make bread, but we have people on this channel that like to learn. Somebody had asked me. I don't see them up here, but they might be watching, just not saying anything. But I told them I'd be starting somewhere between 4:30 and 5. The next thing I will be showing you on Come Cook With Me, probably in a week, will be how to make mushroom scones, which are great for breakfast. They're great for a snack. They're great for dinner, and they're great for supper. They're great anytime. Oh, pizza's very good too. That's very good. Hi, official. Corez. I should ask you, what kind of mustard do you like? There's a lot of mustards out there. Oh, that's such an easy mustard to make, Dijon mustard. English hot mustard? Mustard? Never heard of it. I'll pull some of this away and let this absorb this so I can see how much in it. You mean barbecue hot dogs? Whatever. Right now I'm just working the last of this in. See how my dough is, and do I need more? I'm going to see. You don't see it sticking anymore, do you? All right. It's not sticking anymore, and that's what you want it to look like. You see the difference? And when I'm kneading it here, it's not sticking. You see that? So, let me get rid of this extra flour. Now, if you were on yesterday, you saw me frying I say that flour, I'll add this flour to it from the counter, and I'll use it later. No waste. Right, now what I want you to do is wash the bowl in hot water. I've got my bowl hot and drying it. Now this is going to hold heat, which is nice. It helps the yeast to grow and multiply. I'm going to add some oil. And you're going to coat the whole inside, not just the bottom, but up the sides, because this is going to rise. And if you don't do this, it's going to stick. Now, put it down, turn it because you're coating the top of it right now. Then you're going to flip it over, and it's completely coated. This will keep it from drying out because this is not sourdough. It acts differently. When you're dealing with sourdough cultures, you have to treat it different. Just like when you sit there and you use ancient grains, you have to be careful how you use them as well. Now, they say put a towel. I always put 2 on mine. It's winter. It's going to be cold. And you're going to put this in a warm spot. And we're going to let this double. Now, this can take anywhere. In the summer, it takes less than an hour. But in the winter, I notice it's going to take me longer. So I can't give you an exact chilling. Yeah, you heat the bowl up, it's got to be hot. So what you are going to do is we're going to set this in a warm spot. I will be back in a part 2 on this. There's nothing I can do. We're going to have to do this in parts. Other than that, we could be doing a live for hours, and all what you're going to do is see me run around my kitchen and run in and out and take care of everything that I have to take care of. So, because we're having leftovers today, I said, I have enough from yesterday left over. I'm just going to go ahead and we'll have the leftover chicken thighs. I haven't decided what I want to serve with it yet, but it'll be quick and easy, I know. But we have to let this go and let it do what it has to do. It's going to double in bulk is what it's going to do. While it's doing that, do we have to grease the cookie sheet? I have to remember some of this, No, we don't. Okay, what you're going to do for the next stage when I come back, right now you can get a cookie sheet, a baking sheet, and I want you to sprinkle it with cornmeal. I don't care which cornmeal you use, but do that because that's what the bread has to sit on. Now, the reason it's sitting on the cornmeal is the cornmeal is going to actually prevent it from burning. It's actually going to hold it up. So this is why we're going to do it. Yes, it is an art. So I'm going to let you go now. I'm going to go put mine in a warm place and let it rise. Now, if it rises faster, you'll see me sooner. If it takes longer, it'll be a while before you see me. But normal rising, if it's the right temperature, is 1 hour for the first rising, and usually anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes for the second, unless it's chilly and it's going to take longer. Because we're in winter, I don't know how long this is going to take. In the summer, I would have said, oh, I'll be back in 45 minutes because my kitchen's always warm. All right, so I'll see you in part 2 of this. But we've got the first part done. I hope you understand what you have to do. And I'll see you in the 6th. You're just going to have to wait. So if you subscribe, you'll see me click I'm doing a live. All right, so take care for now, and I'll see you after a bit.